So in this video, we will discuss about the elements in Archero 2 and how they actually work. And after that, we will also try to figure out what's the best element in the game. So without wasting any more time, there are a total of 4 elements in the game, being fire, lightning, poison and ice. And their effects can be acquired from 5 different means, being elemental attacks, orbs, sprites, runes and potions. So first coming to the elemental attacks, then we have 8 of them in total, 4 being normal versions and 4 being the super versions. Where first element is Blaze, which applies burn damage to your attack. On hit, Blaze deals 20% basic damage and then burns them for 3 seconds with 5 damage ticks per second. Where for the staff attack, the main damage hits twice. I have actually made a detailed video about both Blaze and Venom, so watch them if you want to know how they work, but I will not go in too much detail about these two in this video. But now coming to the Super Blaze, then it increases Blaze damage by 2.5 times and also makes the burns to deal 10 ticks per second instead of 5. Then second skill is Venom, which on hit deals 50% hit damage and poisons enemies, dealing 1 tick per second with 50% damage with each tick, indefinitely. But this skill also has a cooldown for hit damage, being 0.4 seconds, while Super Poison increases the poison damage by 3 times. Then next skill is Bolt, which hits enemies for 30% initial damage and unleashes a lightning chain to nearby foes. The lightning chain jumps to nearby targets twice per beam. Then Super Bolt increases bolt damage by 1.5 times. And then lastly, we have the Ice skill, which on hit freezes enemies for 1.5 seconds, dealing 100% initial damage. And there is a 10-second cooldown for hit damage. And multiple ice attacks do not stack the freeze chance. Then Super Freeze increases freeze duration to 2.1 seconds and damage increases by 3 times when freeze is applied and 100% damage after freeze expires. Then next we have the sprites, being Blaze Sprite, Venom Sprite, Lightning Sprite and last is the Ice one, where each of these sprites deal 0.5 times the initial damage and apply their respective elemental effects per hit. Then next skills are the orbs, being Fire Circle, Poison Circle, Lightning Circle and Ice Circle, where these skills give you 2 elemental orbs of their respective element and deal 1.25 times initial damage and apply their respective elemental effect. And then next elemental power comes from the potions, where each meteor deals 1.25 times initial damage and applies the elemental effect of their respective element. Then lastly, we also have the runes, being Frost Shock and Fire Knocks. I have already explained them in detail in the runes video, so watch it because I am really bored to explain them again. Then now coming to the stacking of these effects, and if it's good to have multiple elemental effects at once or not, for both of the same kind and different kind. Then for first, no elemental ability stacks as such, meaning if you have Ice Arrow and Ice Sprite, their freeze won't stack at all. And it gets even worse for Ice and Poison element, since both of them have hit cooldown, meaning even if you have Orb, Sprite and main attack, you still only damage once per cooldown, so choosing them is not recommended. While Lightning and Blaze do not have any such cooldown, so get them if you want, the more there are, the better it will be. But different elements do stack. For example, if you have Blaze ability and Venom Sprite, then the effects will stack. But now lastly coming to the best elemental skills, then out of all, I'll say Poison is kind of the worst element except when you're fighting against a boss. Then above it is the Ice element, then next is Lightning with its horde killing ability. Might even put it on top depending upon the situation, but for now, we have Fire on top being the most destructive element in the game. But anyways, I hope you liked this video. Huge thanks to the Japanese mod from Archero 2 server for this information. Making this video would have been extremely difficult without him. So yeah, thanks for watching, just keep grinning and Aura is mine.